Hey guys, back at it, day three with baseball. Just recap yesterday. I gave out the Orioles and the Astros in my video. Orioles won. The Astros didn't hit the ball. They lost 3-0. I should have dove a little deeper into that one. Look back to last year. Soriano pitched like 6 7 innings, a shutout ball against the Astros twice last year, and they did it again yesterday. So that's something that I'll have to remember in the future. Soriano kind of owns the Astros. So I have to think about them if we want to take them again today. Just start off. We still had a profitable day yesterday. I had the Orioles and I had the under in the Orioles, the under 8.5. Joe Ryan and Taylor Rogers had a pitcher's duel. It was like fifth, sixth inning. The Twins had 3 hits. The Orioles had one, so that was easy under. Then I had the Phillies run line. That was an easy one too until the end. They went up 2-0 in the first inning. They were up 5-0 in the top of the ninth, and the other team scored 3 runs. They're playing the Rangers or something, I forget. But they scored 3 runs and made it a tight one there at the end. Then later in the day, since I was up early, I played the what did I play? Oh, I played the Dodgers. I played the Dodgers run line, and then I had the Arizona in the basketball game. So both easy wins. The Dodgers went down early, but they pulled it out, and then Arizona had a big win. So yesterday was a big win. Yesterday, profitable all 3 days so far. So let's keep it going. We're gonna start off. I'm gonna go right down in order. So whatever the thing is on the card, if you want to skip ahead to the games to a later game, just I'm going right down in order. Yankees and Giants. We're gonna go with the Yankees money line here in the under 8. They got I don't like Robbie Ray for the Giants. He's old. He did pretty good in spring training, but still think Schlittler's a little better. The Yankees lineup should get to him. I don't like the Giants lineup at all. I think they're overpriced market. Everyone thinks that they're good, and early in the season, I think you should go against the Giants because the market's going to catch up. They got Rafael Devers as their best player. Like I'm not scared of that guy. He doesn't even play in the field. He's a designated hitter. So yeah, definitely going Yankees. And under, the ball wasn't jumping out in the first game. There was no home runs. Also, don't take a Judge home run here. He struck out 4 times. He got the golden sombrero. He struck out 4 times. Was not seeing the ball against Logan Webb good, and he had success against him in the past. So I would not take Judge on a home run until at least he gets a hit this season. Don't take that because he's not seeing the ball. All right, let's go to the A's and Jays. We're at the over 8.5 here. I don't like Guzman or Severino really. Severino had a good WBC. He was juiced up. He was throwing 100 miles an hour. Usually he throws the ball, 95. So I don't think he'll have the same juice here for opening day. Go with the over 8.5. So one of them or both of them is going to get blown up, and we're going to get over that run. Jays still have a really good lineup, so you can do the Jays run line. I won't hate you there. It's not. I think the over 8.5 is probably better. Rockies and Marlins. Yeah. Freeland and Alcantara. I don't like either of them either. They can both be on or they could both be off. So they could, if they're both off here, we're going to get to an easy over 7.5. I don't know why. This number seems kind of low to me for these two pitchers. Like I said, if they're both on, it could easily be under game. But we've seen both these guys get blown up, especially last year. So let's not think too hard and just go over a 7.5 there. Royals and Braves. Braves are my favorite team. This is their first time playing this year. Finally, they're getting a game. We got to go Braves money line. Braves money line here, of course, or the 1.5 if the minus 140 is too expensive for you. Chris Sale's their best guy for now until they get their other guys back. Some of the pitchers are hurt. And then the Royals guy, I don't like him. He did bad, and he hasn't been doing good in spring training. He's not a great pitcher. Plus, I think we're getting a better price here because the Royals, got Bobby Witt Jr. and Vinny Pasquantino, a lot of guys that played in the WBC, so they're probably a little hyped team right now. But the Braves had a great spring training, dude. I won a lot of money in it with spring training with the Braves, dude. They did great. They had a really good record in spring training. Yeah, and that's another thing. I've been doing this already for like a month now. I was hitting spring training hard doing bets. It was a little rough sometimes, and you could be up a few runs or a bunch of runs, and then the team takes out their starters, and then they're not trying to win anymore. Some of those games got rough. I've seen some 10-run innings there in spring training. I'm glad that's over. All right, moving on. We're going Angels and Astros. The Astros got me, burnt me yesterday. It was one of my best bets. So I'm not going to let them get me again. I'm going to lean Angels here until the Astros decide they're going to hit. I looked at their lineup. I don't really love it. They got Altuve and Alvarez, and then I don't really like the rest of the guys. Christian Rocker's okay. I don't love their lineup, so I'll lean the Angels there, but probably the better play is the under 8.5. The Astros aren't hitting, the Angels aren't that great of a lineup. Let's go under there. Let's say too, a lot of early in the year, a lot of these places are colder. Colder air, it's chilly outside. It's going to be a lot more unders here. Just keep that in mind before you slam overs. Early in the year is more conducive to unders. The ball's cold. The guys are cold. When the ball, if you ever played baseball before, and you hit that ball to the bat sometimes and you get jammed and it's cold, it hurts. So, it's just, and the ball doesn't travel as well. So just keep that in mind. And then if you are hitting unders early in the year, just remember in like a month or two and it warms up, and you start losing those under bets. That's why. So, yep, we're going to lean the Angels, but I think the better play is the under 8.5. We'll go to Tigers and Padres. I think you got to go Tigers here. The Michael King had a horrible spring training. Look back at his last 3 or 4 games, and especially the last 2, where he's got blown up. So now the Padres are throwing, that's their second best pitcher. You're throwing him out there in your second game. I don't like it. You're getting Tigers at plus money. They got the better pitcher on the mound. Valdez came over from the Astros, so the funky lefty veteran. He will, yeah. See, she likes it. So yeah, I think Tigers here is probably going to be the best bet of the day. And then we got Guardians and Mariners. I think same thing as yesterday. I gave out the over in the video yesterday. It was an easy over. Those pitchers aren't that great to warrant 6.5. And then today the market only adjusted half a run. It's 7. I think we're gonna go over 7. These two pitchers aren't the top pitchers in the league. They're not even in the top 10 pitchers of the league. Not gonna shut things down. And then both these teams have good lineups. Both these teams can hit the ball. I love Jose Ramirez. I call him the Hedgehog. He's great. So we're going to go over 7 here. I think that's the other best bet of the day. Definitely, yeah. Let's hit the Tigers money line and the over in the Guardians and Mariners. I think those are no-brainers for today. Last game, we'll go D-backs and Dodgers. I gave out the over for D-back and Dodgers yesterday. And then I hit the minus 1.5. I got to the window with that later in the day. So yeah, go the over again with the Dodgers and D-backs. I don't like the Sheehan guy for the Dodgers. Yeah, you look at his spring training; he's been giving it up, and I don't like him. Besides that, last year he got hit around. The D-backs guy, I think the Diamondbacks do have a better pitcher today. So if you want to take a stab at him with the plus 1.5 or the money line, I won't hate you for that. But still, that the D-backs don't have their relief pitchers. When Gallen came out yesterday, he did pretty good in the beginning. Once he started getting shellacked, they brought in the relief, and it wasn't much help. They were hitting them too. So I think the better play is to go the over 8.5 there. All All right, guys, that's going to do it. I'm going to say definitely go Tigers money line and plus money. I think they got the better pitcher. They don't have the better lineup, but they do have a good lineup. They're going to hit this King guy. Maybe load up on some Tigers home run props today, because I think they're going to hit this guy, King, and then we're going to go right back to the over in the Guardians and Mariners until they want to adjust that number. All right, guys, I'll see you again tomorrow.